My name is Manoj Kumar. This is Learn PowerShell from MK Part 3. This video will be covering PowerShell execution policy, variables, operators, and file system management. Let's start. PowerShell execution policy is a security feature in PowerShell which determines whether you can run a script or not. Which of the script needs to be signed before getting it executed. By default, PowerShell execution policy is restricted. We cannot run any of the PowerShell scripts until we change the policy or bypass the policy. Either we can run it from IS. How to check the policy? Let's type get as execution policy, enter. So we can see the default policy is restricted. In this case, we cannot run any script. Let's change the policy. Set dash execution policy. Dash execution policy. We want to set it remote signed. Enter. Just press enter. Okay. So we need to give the scope as well. Let's give the current scope. We want to set it for current user. Done. Let's recheck whether the policy is changed or not. Get as execution policy. Wow, so the policy is set as remote signed. So in this case, we can run all the scripts which we create locally. But if we download a script from internet or from outside, in that case, the script must be signed. That script should have signature. Next is unrestricted policy. So in case of unrestricted, we can run any type of script, any PowerShell script, whether it is signed or not. The next execution policy is all signed. So in that case, if the policy is all signed, we can run only the signature scripts, only the signed script. And where the policies can be applied, these execution policies can be applied on machine, user, process, current user, and local machines. So for example, machine policy, the execution policy is set by a group policy for all the users of that computer. User policy, the execution policy is set by a group policy for the current user of the computer. In case of current user, the execution policy that is set for the current user only. One thing you need to remember while changing the execution policy, your PowerShell prompt should be opened as an administrator. Otherwise, it will give an error message and you won't be able to change it. However, you can change it from a registry path as well. So here I have opened PowerShell prompt. Without admin right, I will try to change the policy and it will give me an error message. Set as execution policy, and I want to set as unrestricted. Enter. Yes. So it's giving me an error message. Access to the registry key, and this is the HK local machine software Microsoft PowerShell, and the PowerShell is denied. So I don't have access to change the policy. Our next topic is PowerShell variables. A variable is a sort of storage mechanism. In PowerShell, variables can contain text, strings, integers, and even objects. So the first is self-defined variables or simple variables. For example, $a equals to 5. So 5 is stored as $a. So wherever we see dollar in PowerShell, but you can consider it's a PowerShell variables. So if we type $a is so we are getting value 5. We want to check what is the data type of $a.getType. Okay, so it's an integer value. Another example of string value, $b equals to 1 notch. Okay, So Manoj is saved as $B, which is a PowerShell variable. If I type $B, I'm getting Manoj. Great. Next is special variables. So what are the special variables? For example, dollar underscore. So what is dollar underscore? It contains the current pipeline objects used in script block, filters, and the where statement. Let me give you an example of these special variables. For example, get as service, this is the command which provides you all the services on local computer. And if I want to get only the running service, so dollar underscore dots status is equal to running. So here I'm using dollar underscore, which is my special variables, and I want to get only the services which are in running state. So here is the output we got for all the running services. We have more special variables, dollar $args, and we have dollar $error, we have dollar $home, we have dollar $profile, we have dollar $ps home. These are all the special variables in PowerShell. We'll be using all these variables in our later videos. The next is environment variable. Okay, so for example, let me type dollar $env colon wind area. So environment variables, it's wind directory, it's showing me wind directory. So in place of C:/Windows, I can just type $env colon wind area. $env temp. So here it's providing me the temp path when I type $env colon temp of my profile. So when this is useful, if you want to deal with multiple users or with multiple profiles or with multiple home drives, we will be using environment variables. What is an array? Array is a variable which contains multiple objects. For example, $a equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I type $a, it will be giving all the numbers. So $a is having 4 objects. It can be having integer, string, float, several type of data types. For example, dollar array equals to hello, comma, world, comma, 1, 3, 5. Then I'm typing PowerShell command get the date. So let me see the output of this array. So here we can see there are multiple data types: string, integer, and we use the PowerShell commands as well. This type of variable is called as polymorphic array. Next is hash table array. Hash table is an example. You might have seen the mark sheet where we, on the left hand side we have the subject and right hand side we have the marks. So that is a good example of hash table. Let us create a hash table. So it's based on name and value. So for example, we are creating a hash table array or variable which is $list, which start we type at the rate curly bracket name equals to PC01, and for example IP, we have any IP we can take 10.20.20.124. okay, we want to use user, so user equals to, for example, right, rayon. Close it. Let's run it. Let's see what's the variable output we'll get. Wow, we have created an hash table array. Next we have PowerShell operators. PowerShell works as a calculator as well. If you want to add some values, 2 plus 45 plus 34, just enter. So here's the sum of all three values, 81. If you want to subtract something, 43 minus 23, enter. So in the same way, we can use PowerShell for multiplication. We can use star, division, percentile, plus plus for adding values, plus 2, or minus minus, or continuously subtracting values. Assignment variables, we can see equals to, plus and equals to, minus equals to, star equals to, divide and equals to, percentile and equals to. Let's see the examples here. So for example, dollar a equals to 6. Okay, so which means dollar a is assigned as value 6. So all variables name must start with dollar character. Once the data is assigned to a PowerShell variable, it's automatically declared the equal to operator. So next is dollar a plus equal 5. Let's see the value now. Dollar a 11. So you're already having the previous value of 6. Now 5 is also added now, plus and equal to 5 is 11. The same way we have the other assignment operators, logical operators. This apostrophe sign means not, or we can use dash not as well in place of this apostrophe sign, and we can use dash and dash or, which are the operators, and string operators, dash replace match like. Let's see some of the use cases or examples. So test dash path is a PowerShell command to check a path whether the path exists or not. So I am typing here this ctemp servers.txt. So I'm getting the result true, which means the path exists. Let me type tested path. Here I'll give some path which does not exist. I'll be giving here sir. Okay, .txt, sub.txt. False, which means the path does not exist. And another way, while developing a script, how we will check for multiple machines, or we will use that the logical operators. So if, which is a condition, we'll be going through it later in details. If not, test that dash path ctemp serve.txt write dash host, which is used to display a message. Write dash host, the file does not exist, or the path doesn't exist. Enter. There's some error message. Let me see it. Oh, so we missed one bracket here. As we started through small bracket, we need to close it here. Yeah, now it's correct. So it's giving a message the path doesn't exist. If I give some correct path, servers.txt, Okay, so it's not giving me any message, which means the path does exist. Or if we want to check it, we can give another message according to the condition. Now, other examples, for example, get the service and dollar underscore dolls name. Let me put a pipe here. Get this, sorry, where the name of the service is equal to is our operator, logical operator is spooler, and let's r, which is also an operator. Another dollar underscore dot name is equal to win star. Let's close. Let's see the output. Okay, so here if we see, we are getting the output for the spooler service. We are not getting output of win star. Why? Because uh, dollar underscore date dot name equals to win star. There is no service which is equal to win star. So in that case, we will be using like. So like. So if we use like, it will give all the services which start from win, or the service equal to spooler. Let's see now the comparison operators. So we have a PowerShell command to check the process, get this process. Oh, so many processes there. Let's get process which are running from letter S. Okay, so these are the processes which are running from letter S. Or if we want to find out all the processes where the handle count is more than 500, so we'll be typing get this process, then where this object, say dot handles, handles handles is greater than 500. Enter. So these are all the processes which are having handles more than 500. If you want to get all the processes which are using handle counts of less than 500, we can use, in place of greater than, we will be using less than, LT. So the other operators are not equal to, greater than and equal to, or less than. So we will be using all these operators and the assignment operators in our later videos, well, when we will be developing some bigger scripts. Our next topic is PowerShell file system management. First is listing files and folders with PowerShell. Let's open PowerShell prompt, CLS to clear the screen. dir. So in place of dir in PowerShell, we have a command get as child item. So get as child item is equal to dir. If I just press enter, so it's providing me all the files and folders available on C. If I want to see a particular folder, then I will be giving a path after get as child item path, then that's ctemp. So these are all the files and folders inside C. What if I want to recurse a folder, for example, if I type get this child item and I'll be using parameter recurse, so what it will do, it will provide all the files and folders inside C. Then it will go inside of each sub folders, and it will provide all the details, all the files folders. Okay, so next is creating folders with PowerShell. How to create a folder in PowerShell. Oh, we missed one thing. I didn't show you the output of this command. So it's going on. It's keep on running. It's providing all the files and folders inside cdam. So I need to stop it by pressing Ctrl C. Let's clear it. Now the next is creating folders with PowerShell. I have told you how to find a command. So get the command is get this command item. So this item, by using the item we can create file or folder by using this PowerShell command. So here you can see the command new hyphen item. This is the command to create a file and folder. So how to create a file folder? Your command is new hyphen item dash, just press tab. So it is asking a path where you want to create a file or folder. So we want to create a folder, so I'm giving this path ctemp, and after that again I have type dash and press tab. Now it is asking me type. So our item type would be directory, and value of force or name. Okay, so there should be a name property as well, or along with the path also we can give. So here also in starting also we can give it here before the path. It's not mandatory, you can give put it anywhere, but this is a way. Name, we want to create a folder Manoj. I just press enter. So here, so it created a directory under C tab. Now create a file by using the same command new as item then name. So this time you want to create a file, so I'll be giving, we need to give the extension also, as all the files are having some extension, and the path I want to create the ctemp, and you want to create the file inside the folder we just created. So we just created a folder Manoj and item type. So this time our item type would be file, and we can do one thing, just press enter. So it's created a file. If you want to write down inside the file, we can do one thing, write a value hello. So if you do like that, it would have written hello inside that file. Since we have already created a file, we have another way to add any text into, if you want to write down any text into the file, we have a PowerShell command add as content. So we'll be using it later. Our next topic is rename files with PowerShell. We'll be using rename command, rename this item, then tab. As for example, I have a file, okay, this one. I would like to change this file name to what I would like, the manoj.csv. Okay, so the file is renamed as manoj.csv. Okay, so next is delete file, move file, add contents into a file, or remove items. So these are all very simple. So we have PowerShell command move this item to move a file from one place to another place. So for example, we have this file ctemp manoj.csv, and you would like to move it under ctemp. Okay, so it's done. You want to remove some file, or you want to remove all the items, or remove this item, and then you want to remove this remove some files. For example, you want to remove which file? Okay, so this certain row. Okay, this one is not important for me, so I'll remove this one. Let's remove. So if some, in case your file is open, you can do one thing. You can use a slash force parameter. So what it will do, it will forcefully close that file and remove it. Let's see what's the next. Add content. Verify the existence we have already done. Manage file system issue. Okay, we'll do it. So add content. So for example, you have a file. Let me stop it. Okay. So let me first check. Where is the file? Get this shared item. C tab Manoj. Okay, here's the file. So this file is empty. If you want to use, you can use cat, yeah, which is a Linux command, ls, or if you want to see the get this content. So get this content, we are using get this content ctemp manoj, then manoj.txt. So this file is not having any content. How to add the content? Then we'll be using add this content. Sorry, content, then the path of the file manoj, and manoj slash manoj.txt, then value. So what you wanted to hide, and this is PowerShell training, enter. So this is written into that file. How to check it? Get this content, cterm manoj, then manoj.txt. Wow. So we understood how to write into a file. If you want to remove some text, or you want to find some text and replace it, so easy in PowerShell. We can do it. For removing text, we will be using remove this content, and if you want to find some text to replace it, you need to use string that text, the string command. So next is manage file system. So ACL is access control list. So for example, if I want to see get this ACL, and I want to say the what all permissions are applied on C. So owner is m242. Let's clear it. Okay, so we'll be checking C get as ACL. Okay, so owner is built-in administrator, and access, if you want to see the output in proper format, you can change the format to table, then you can type wrap. So your output will get wrapped, and you will be able to see that what all users are having access on CTAM. In the same way, you can recurse it, and you can give any path and check the ACL of a folder. Thanks for watching. You can through my other videos. Please subscribe to get my other videos on YouTube. Email me for any query, questions, or suggestions. I can provide you with PowerShell scripts as well. You can put your comments. Thank you.